Today, we're going to be checking out videos from real creators just like you and giving our take on how they could maybe be a little bit better if they need our critique, of course, and what they can do to perhaps hold people's attention in that first 30 seconds. We'll also look at the videos kind of in the middle and see how they're doing as well. The way this is going to work is that we're going to pick them randomly with people who are here live. This is, if you're watching after the fact, this was a live stream. So do be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a live stream just like this one. That's what we're going to be doing today, and I'm not going to be doing it alone. We're going to bring in Mr. Viper. How's it going?
Woo! Yeah. What's up, Dan? How you doing? We are live. Now, before we start today's festivities, let me preface. I did something similar on Twitter the other day, which got a good response. You guys seem to take to it. But, of course, as usual, there were some naysayers in the tweet talking about how, well, you're only one guy and what you don't like, somebody else might like this, that, and that. Listen, you're right. It's only our opinions. But if we say that you guys can do something better or we don't like the way you start your video, it doesn't mean that you're a bad creator. It doesn't mean that your video is bad. All we're saying is that in the first 30 seconds of your video, you didn't do enough to keep us interested. And as I told you guys on Twitter the other day, the first 30 seconds are so critical to getting that good retention. So don't take this stuff personally. We're just trying to help you all become better creators and making your video more engaging. That is it. That is all.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's super important for us to mention this. We don't mention it enough. We do channel audits, and I think there's an intro at the beginning. We're only trying to give constructive criticism. We would just want everybody here to be the best video creators you can possibly be, and sometimes it helps to have a third person perspective on your content, right? It's hard to detach yourself from your videos. So here's how this is going to work today. There's already people using the hashtag review. That's because of the pinned comment at the top where it says only use it once, because it literally doesn't work if you use it multiple times unless you want to get timed out. Now, that isn't working right now because I haven't turned it on yet. You see, the way this works is I have to actually hit this button and then your hashtag reviews count. I wanted to make sure that everyone who was here live had a chance to get into the drawing. So we're going to be taking the channels that do hashtag review. We're going to be randomly selecting them. And the only problem is if we can't find your channel based on your channel name, we'll have to skip you. That's not necessarily your fault, but sometimes people's names are Bob. And there's probably a billion channels with the name Bob, and it's impossible for us to find you as a specific user. We'll do our best, but we will have to move on. So please do know that even if you get picked, it's not guaranteed that we'll look at your video. We're going to look at your latest video. If you're a shorts channel, we'll look at your shorts. Otherwise, if you're like a shorts and longs channel, we'll look at your latest long form video. And maybe your short too, depends how curious we get. And we're going to just kind of scrub through a little bit and see how we like it. So I think that's everything. We're also going to be peppering in your questions throughout this as well. So I'm going to actually edit this banner real quick. And hashtag question. So if you would like to have a review, just use the hashtag review one time only in chat, and you'll be entered in the drawing for the rest of the stream. Not yet. And then hashtag question in front of one of your questions helps us pick out your questions. That's just when we can get to those. We'll be answering some questions throughout the stream. I think we'll just kind of ping pong back and forth between reviewing channels, looking at some questions that are relevant.
And just to provide some more clarification, when we do these reviews, we're going to be looking mostly at the first 30 seconds. We might scrub through some more of the video just to see what you're doing down the road, but we are focusing on the first 30 seconds of the video to see if it hooks us or not, and then we'll give you our feedback.
Exactly. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I'm hitting the button. Hashtag review is now active. Oh, look, it took 66 entries. It was working. That's fantastic. Okay, cool. So if you've already done hashtag review in the last, maybe we'll say 10 minutes, please don't do it again. If you haven't done it yet, now is the time. If you're worried because, I did it at the very start before the stream even started, go ahead and do it once more just to make sure. But please, after that, enjoy chat. Don't spam chat with the hashtag review. New people will come in. They'll probably use it throughout the stream, but let's all not spam because we also want to be able to see your questions. All right, so we have 151 entries, just letting a few more of these roll in. I already have our YouTube tab opened up here. As we can see, Rob Wilson's going to be on the Think Media channel today as well. So you can go check out the VOD of Rob Wilson over on the Think Media channel once we conclude today. I believe they're starting now. So we're competing for attention at the moment. All right, 187 entries. I'm going to draw the first one. and we will see where we land.
Here we go.
The first channel we are going to look at is VimislikArt. I don't know if trying to enunciate it was helpful, but here they are. Wow, 1.58K subscribers. Visual novels, narrative game. So we're not doing channel audits. We are doing video reviews, and your latest video is up from a day ago. Let's click on this.
So I was reading through old RenPy changelogs for fun, and I came across this really interesting feature from RenPy version 7.4.3. RenPy now supports the display of emoji and other characters from outside the basic multilingual plane, if the fonts in use support the characters. Yeah, RenPy supports emojis, and you want to use them. Stick around, because at the end of the video, I'm going to show you my favorite use for them. But first, let's go over how to actually get emojis in RenPy. Now, you'd think you'd have to learn how to enter the...
Okay, that's about the first 30 seconds right there. Okay. I'll let you go first. I have some thoughts for sure.
Yes, I would keep watching that video. The thing, again, and I'm going to preface it again by saying, what I tell y'all is just my thoughts and opinions as a singular individual and how I watch YouTube. But when I land on the video, I need to know what I'm going to get for the duration of the video. I need to know within the first 30 seconds. It took him a little bit while to get to it, but eventually, before the 30 seconds was out, he told me what to expect for the rest of the video, and he made his intro interesting and enough that I wanted to keep watching until I got to that 30-second point. So it was interesting. He told me what I'm going to expect from the rest of the video. I would keep watching that one.
I agree with you completely. I would absolutely keep watching them. You know what I would loved was that I didn't get a long, drawn-out intro for the first 30 seconds of this video. I still don't know this person's name, and I love it. I think that's great because you know why? Their name's right here. Like whatever avatar you want to go by on YouTube, that's always underneath your videos. So you can always save the proper introduction for at the end of the video. You could say, by the way, my name's so-and-so. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Save all that stuff for the end. Now, obviously, we're not going to go through the whole video, but I can tell you that I love the editing. I like that you were using relevant B-roll going along with what you were saying. I like your set, by the way, too. I think this makes this is very welcoming. Aside from like the dead body hanging above you, it makes it feel very professional. Other than that, it's well lit. And then we can see as we scrub through here, there's a lot of B-roll used. It looks like you're really doing a nice job teaching this concept. I don't know much about what it is you're teaching, but I can tell that you're one of the best doing it. I'm going to hit like as well. So yeah, there we go. 421 views from a day ago. I don't know how that stacks up compared to what you know, your average, the average views you're getting and things like that. But I will say that I think this is awesome. So yeah. Nice work. Keep going. I'm trying to think of other suggestions. The only other suggestion I would give you is when you're doing your chapters, I would say intro is just kind of wasted real estate. It almost invites people to skip this chapter, you know, because you're just saying intro. It's just like, yeah, if you're looking to skip around to chapters, you're not missing much in here. It's just going to be me just kind of setting it up. So I like to put something, even if it's just close to what the title of the video is, just something to get that first chapter in there, right? Because you need the first chapter on the 00 mark. So that's just a quick suggestion. When you use intro, it's almost like saying, oh, cool, I can start here. So just that's just one tip for you.
Yep, I agree.
All right. We're going to draw again. We have 222 entries. Your entries are updating, by the way, under the hashtag review. You only need to do it once, and then you're covered for the live stream.
We are off to the races, baby. Let's go.
It's always that quiet part where it has to select somebody. Slobbymonk! Hey,
what a
I've
name.
seen you around.
What a name.
I've probably audited this channel in the past. All right, so there's your channel.
Okay.
And then, well, that's your latest short. We'll skip that one. Let's go to how I accidentally turned Mark Rober's Squirrel Course into a cursed game. So this is kind of funny. You are... Oh, is there... It looks like there's some swearing in this, so just viewer discretion advised. You are taking a top creator and adapting their content.
I uploaded a video where I turned Mark Roberts Squirrel Course into a game, and people liked it a lot. So now I'm gonna do what I always do when I see a cow gonna milk it. First thing I have to do is make a project, and of course, psych! I already did that in the other video, so all I have to do now is instead make a new map, add a bunch of new mechanics, even more models, fix a bunch of bugs, even more bugs, and even more bugs, because there's so many bugs, even more bugs, and... So, just like in the other version, this map has a starting point, and...
So that was the first 30 seconds, almost to the T. You could tell the video just slowed down right at the 30-second mark. And I'd say that, I don't say slow down in a bad way. I say, like, we got through the intro. I think you hooked us. And it's clear that you have a lot of skill, because now we see this 3D model of the squirrel, and you've made a game. You've actually done it. I'll start, and I'll say my very first tip for you is actually going to be in the title. The word accidentally is very long, and because of that, it truncated a lot of the title. I couldn't finish reading it. The most emotional thing you say is a cursed game, and it ended up at the end. So when thinking about your title, I would have restructured this a little bit, because how I accidentally is very long. You just needed I turned Mark Rober's Squirrel Course into a cursed game, and that would have helped quite a bit, I think. But I would have continued to like edit this title to see how short I could have gotten it while still, in retaining its integrity, because I think that would help earn you a lot more clicks. And it's not too late to do it if you agree with me. But that's the first thing I would say. What do you think?
Wow, the editing skills on this dude is amazing. I mean, just going boom, the boom, the boom, and then you must be a disciple of Mr. Beast, because all that text on screen as you were explaining what's going to happen in the video. Chef kiss, man. I would definitely keep watching this video. Well done.
I think their inspiration is actually this channel I've watched a few times. It's, if you like people who can develop games and really go nuts with their skills, this channel uploads, I would say, once every few months, but it's the same kind of, they swear a lot, but it's a lot of similar editing techniques and things like that. But yeah, I don't know if I have any other like specific
A few months ago,
advice. I love the editing. I think you did a really good job telling the story and hooking the viewer. So yeah, this is awesome. It's interesting that you put it under the category Minecraft. It probably doesn't matter too much, but I would probably use a different category, to be honest. You're doing some game development things. I would use like a more entertainment focused category, or maybe a how-to, or I don't know. There's probably something more fitting.
For those of y'all
specifically Minecraft.
I was gonna say, for those of you acting in the chat, yeah, you only have to put the hashtag review once.
Yeah,
it picked it up. So
correct. All right. As we see questions too, I will try to grab those, but I haven't been reading chat too much. Just from
I'm starring something. We're good to go there.
Oh, thank you. All right, cool. I'm gonna I think. Let me just kind of go through. We know they're using a lot of B-roll. We could just tell as we scrub through the video. And then they have their character that kind of pops up here once in a while. Oh, Minecraft does make an appearance. Okay, I can kind of see where the Minecraft thing came from now. All right, excellent. So yeah, keep on trending topics, and yeah, good luck. That was awesome.
Shout out to the 380 of you all watching us right now. I appreciate you all being here. So thank you.
Yes, 100 of you have not subjected your channels to this, which I respect. Catch Magazine. Looks like we got a fishing channel.
Yeah.
All right. Almost 100,000 subscribers. Congrats.
Wow. Well done.
I'm guessing our work will be done for us here. Let's take a look at their latest video.
Okay.
To the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, whoa, country roads, yeah.
What's the timer, Dan?
26.
26, 27, 28, 9. Okay. That's all I need.
Interesting. Is this a music video, or let's just...
Oh no.
Okay, gotcha. So it is kind of mixing music and fishing, which is very, very interesting.
Fly fishing has just always been a thing in my family, and so I did it all the time.
This feels like it was made by a documentarian.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I probably will not stick around for the rest of the video.
Fishing?
No. I'm talking about, look, when I'm looking at these videos, I'm literally looking at the first 30 seconds. And while I appreciate the cinematography throughout the first 30 seconds, I have no idea what I'm going to expect. You take too long to get into the meat and potatoes of the video. You all need to understand that our attention spans are very short, and you are going up against hundreds of thousands of creators and millions of videos. You got to get into it quick. Now, maybe I'm just not being appreciative of the filming and the cinematography that's involved in the creation of this video. But I'm sorry, when some random person lands on your video, they're not going to care. They want to know what to expect. They want to know the meat and potatoes as quickly as you can get into it. And even though that B-roll, whatever, at the beginning was pretty, it doesn't really do much to move the story. So me personally, I would have been done after the first 30 seconds.
So I pulled up the top videos of all time. One's from 9 years ago. This channel's been out for a very long time. I'm actually going to go to the one from 2 years ago just because it's a little more relevant. It has 2.7 million views. Let's just look at this for a sec. Interesting. So this is something they've always done. Very slow cinematic shots. Like you're about to watch a Netflix documentary about fly fishing. So really, really slow, really methodical. Now, this got 2.7 million views. It obviously got shared around. It obviously found an audience. So while on a personal level, I agree with you. I do think when I watch YouTube videos, I like when they get right to the point. For this audience, though, I would be a little bit cautious about making any radical changes just because your view counts are, I would say, pretty healthy. And you've proven that you can do the same kind of production quality and get millions of views. You've proven that to us. You've proven that to yourself. I also wonder, I would look back and see, was this video shared somewhere? But like in November, your views per hour spiked, and it's kind of interesting. I just kind of wonder what happened there in November of 2020. Seems to have, this video in particular seems to have gotten one of its biggest pushes. But yeah, so that's what I'll say. I think this is their style, and I think it's very well done. I think also it would be worth testing scaling back a little bit, only because for a channel that's about to hit 100,000 subscribers, I imagine you would like some of these videos when you're capable of getting 100K. I imagine when you get one that's 22,000 after a month, you're kind of like, dang, that kind of flopped. And 57,000 is not bad, but then you have one, you did a lot of shorts, 26,000 from 3 weeks ago. So there is something to be said for maybe speeding up one of your videos to see if that helps, make people feel like, because when it's just people singing and playing guitar, it's kind of like, oh, am I in the right place? If you're a new viewer,
where's the fishing aspect of that? There was no fishing involved in that first 30 seconds. I mean, I see the chat, and I see that some of y'all are disagreeing with me, and that's cool. Again, as I said, I'm only one person, but even if we put aside the fact that he doesn't get right into the video, in the first 30 seconds, there's little to nothing that tells me that we're going to be talking about fishing or making content about fishing, and it's a fishing channel, so you got to be aware of this stuff.
Like what I would have maybe tried, because when it starts, it's beautifully shot. I'm not saying it's not, but I would have maybe spliced in some of these shots from later while you're actually fishing. Yep. Like we have lines going into the water. You could have kind of clipped some of these together to just as a quick reminder to the person who's brand new watching this for the first time, you are in a fishing video. You are in the right place, because as a new viewer, for a second, I questioned like, oh, is this a music video or is it a fishing video? It says fly fishing, but that context I think helps. But again, we're nitpicking. This channel's doing a fantastic job.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Let's draw again.
We are also a fine start today.
Yes. Really like top tier creators here. Major League Unboxing. I love that logo. That's fantastic. Major League Unboxing. Let's check it out. 165 subscribers.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So it looks like you unbox soccer.
Jerseys, yeah.
Yeah.
As promised, we have the new, much anticipated Liverpool kit here, and I'm going to give you a close-up look at it so if you can decide if you want to part with your own money to buy it. Speaking of money, let's start with the price. So I ordered mine directly from Nike and it cost me £114.95. Little did I know you can actually pre-order it from the Liverpool store itself for £99.95, so £15 cheaper. The Nike kits do
In the first 15 seconds, we had a flyover of the jersey, and then my man pops on screen, let you know, bam, we got the jersey. Let's talk about it. Excellent. I love it. I would definitely keep watching. This is awesome.
Yeah, that's a fantastic intro. I like that I'm not even 30 seconds in, and I already know what this is going to cost me if I want to buy it for myself. You've teased the jersey, and then you've shown the price. Now we're getting into the value, not even 30 seconds in. And then you kind of go in, and I'm assuming you talk about the quality of the fabric and all that fun stuff. This video, I would say, there's a lot of unboxing videos on YouTube, and I would say, after seeing the length of this one and the detail in that 29 seconds, I'm going to assume that most unboxing videos are far too long, because the 2 minutes is probably all you need to unbox a jersey. Like, this is great, you know? How many subscribers does this channel have? 165 subscribers, 7.2K views.
Ooh.
Unbelievable. 5,000 views on this one.
In this video, I've accumulated all the Premier League kits that have been leaked so far. Let me know down in the comments which you think is the best and which one you think is the worst.
I'm already bored. Like, the difference between the video we watched, the later one, and this one is like, no, you did such a good job in the newest video. You did such a good job. Like, let me know in the comments, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, show me what I came here to see, right? I think let me know in the comments calls to action belong in the middle of the video personally. So this is advice you don't need because you addressed it in the latest video. But I wanted to click this one because it has 5,000 views.
Dan, you are messing me up. I'm supposed to be the ruthless one, not you, Dan. Damn.
I'm trying to, this is like a backhanded compliment, to be honest. Like, I think you did such a good job, and the view counts are showing that. The video is just as long, but it feels like the intro you had in this last video feels so much longer already than the one. Like, look how nice this starts. Timed out to music.
As promised, we have the new.
As promised, you click the video. Here's the thing. That so much better. So much better. It's like you know what's weird? It's like someone else already reviewed these videos last week. And so now we're seeing the results of everybody like, well, yeah, I just actually got a video review on my channel, and here's how I fixed, you know, what was not working. This channel's going places. This is so cool.
It is. Great job, man. Great job.
All right, let's draw another one. We keep finding people who don't need our help. You're all fantastic content creators.
I mean, they're listening to us, which is good.
Lukas Skywalker. I've seen this avatar pop up now during this drawing like a bunch of times. You're probably very happy to finally not be passed by. 255 subscribers. Lukas Skywalker discovered the galaxy far, far away. So it is a Star Wars channel. Let's see what the latest video is like. It's from an hour ago. You've gotten 2 views. Let's see.
Hey guys, in today's video we have a lot of new information on the upcoming Star Wars shows and other things as well. This article that we're going to be covering in this video is from Vanity Fair, and it's literally so big and it has so much information in it. So at the top of the article we have some news on the upcoming shows release dates, or rather it's release time since it's not a set date yet. We know that Kenobi is coming very soon on.
Okay. What I'm about to say is very, very nitpicky for this particular video. And the only thing I have to say is that delivery. I need more excitement in your delivery. You just sound like you're going through the motions, man. And it's hard to get excited about the content if it seems to me, the viewer, that you, the creator, are just going through the motions. Now, I know this is more of a news type video, so maybe that's the vibe that you're trying to create. But for me personally, I need more excitement. But other than that, I would probably keep watching because you really got into the video like right then and there. So you didn't really mess around. But I need more passion in your delivery, man.
I would agree with that as well. I think definitely, like, I'm excited as a Star Wars fan that Kenobi's coming out soon. And it feels like someone who made this video, like as the creator of this video, I'd expect you to be very excited about that. But you don't seem super excited. And I guess it's partially your personality. We're basically telling you, well, you need to change your personality. But what my suggestion actually is if you could crank that dial up just a couple more notches and be like, you know, and the way you can do that is instead of opening by saying,
Hey guys, in today's video,
hey guys, in today's video, I would have started by rattling off, let's say there's 5 points that you want to get to in your video, right? I would have rattled off the first 3. And I would have said, like, it's so hard to think off the top of my head. Release dates, lightsabers, you know, secrets about Darth Vader. We're going to go over all the news from the massive Star Wars drop that Vanity Fair just did. I think it's a much tighter intro. And the second I get in, you're talking about things that I came here for, right? I want to know when these release dates are coming out. It's in the title. I want to know if there's going to be anything really crazy happening. Like, did they talk about something that happened behind the scenes or something that's just going to really suck me in as a fan? So I think instead of the traditional, hey guys, in this video, I'm watching the video. Like, in this video should be covered by the title. In this video, we're going to go over all the things I said in the title. Just skip that and just start with the most exciting stuff at the very front, right? Like point A, point B, point C, and more, you know, first up, blah, 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 and really like get in there. But great start. Great use of B-roll. You know, great use of the materials that you have right now, the media materials. There's not going to be many because the episode is not out yet. And it looks like throughout the video, you really keep up the pace with the editing, which is awesome to see. There's some images here that I've not yet seen. So you're giving people a lot of new information, I would say. When we get to one of these, how does this go? It's up for a long time. Are you reading this word by word?
frame the way fans look at the classic duel in the original movie. At the
It does, yes.
time of the meeting, it had been 14 years since Revenge of...
So this is the middle part of the video, that lull in the middle you'd want to avoid, I think. I want to watch a video about this because I don't want to read the Vanity Fair article. Is kind of the way I'm kind of approaching this.
Yep.
Like, instead of reading the article, I could be like cooking lunch and I could have this on in the background. And I don't really want you to read it to me. I just want you to give me the cliff notes. I want you to just kind of go in there and tell me what you saw. And reading it out, like, slowly, kind of methodically, like, give me the rundown, give me the bullet points, and then link the article and below. Make sure you definitely name the source and you link it below and you say, like, if you want to read more in detail, I obviously don't have time to go over everything, but check it out down below. But you've kind of made the time to go over everything in this regard. And it's so much like, look, like, I assume you're reading and reading and reading for over a minute. It kind of breaks away a couple times with a different image, but then we're back to reading. So I'm sure this is all very interesting, but it's, you know, I'm looking to you as the creator to pare this down for me. I think that would be a better approach.
Well said.
But yeah, awesome job. You know, this is a great time to be a Star Wars fan, so congrats. And yeah, let me close this for a second. Why don't we look at a couple of questions that we've gotten before we draw another one? I saved this before the stream started. I hope today they review more than not just gaming channels or non-gaming channels, whichever way you want to look at that. Since yesterday, there were several gaming ones. We do audit a lot of gaming channels. I just wanted to bring this up to say that hopefully the advice we give to any channel, just like that Star Wars channel, applies to you. I think a lot of videos could benefit from the advice we've been kind of like sharing today. So I just wanted to say that real quick. First question here: are live streams the best thing to upload in 2022? What do you think?
That really depends on what you as the creator are trying to accomplish with your channel and the type of content that you want to do. If the content that you want to put out there more suited towards a regular video on demand, where you don't really need to do a live stream, then you should probably do a regular video on demand. Mm-hmm. If the content something that can be more interactive with the community, something that you could talk to your community about in real time. If that's the case, then maybe you want to consider live streaming. So it really just depends on what you as the creator want to do with the content.
Mm-hmm. I'll tackle this one here. Do channel profile pictures matter for getting views and subscribers? I'm going to personally say not really. Most times it's the title and the thumbnail of the video. However, I think as people come to get attached to you and they start to want to know more about who you are, I always look to the name and the avatar just to kind of try and cement this creator in my head. I don't know if everyone's like this, but it's certainly how I am. And so a memorable one would be important.
Kelly Stamps talked about this a while ago, and she made the point that when you have an actual picture of yourself as the avatar, it kind of makes it easier for a potential viewer to have that connection with you. So I myself use a picture of me as my avatar, but I know it's different for different creators, especially if they have like a facing channel, then of course you would make yourself the avatar. So it really just depends on the type of channel you want. But I think if you want to establish that more human connection with your viewers, then maybe consider putting an actual picture of you as the avatar.
Last question before we pick another channel, another video to review. Which is better for thumbnails? Consistency across channel/series or variation that might be more clickable? It's kind of interesting. So consistency across the channel /series, okay, or a variation that would be more clickable. I would say both. It depends, but I would say both.
We've talked about this a lot on the channel. You want to be careful not to make your thumbnails too similar, because then you can fool your subscribers into thinking that they've already seen that video, and that's not what you want. But it's also good to have a thumbnail template that when people look at that thumbnail, they know, oh, such and such made that video. Let me go watch it. So yeah, you have to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, the way I would brand your thumbnails, and you're kind of already doing it, is by using a similar font in each one and kind of similar colors in that font. That's a good way to kind of brand thumbnails without going over the top and making them look like a template, right? But I think what you're doing is the right thing for the most part. Like my favorite one that stands out to me is this one here. And if you had followed this template here, you wouldn't have been able to get this cool versus effect, right? Mangrove versus Crimson, which is better. And you've compared the two very simply. You've filled the frame with both. Whereas this template you're using here, it's like the basics, roofs. I can't see even the closest roof. I can't see very well. And then the most interesting one's all the way so tiny in the back. So I would have taken this most interesting one and put it front and center. And it's the basics of roofs, but it makes me feel like you're going to teach me enough to know how to do that in the end. And same with the walls. Even the closest wall is impossible to see. So you want like clickability. Always go towards clickability and don't worry too much about your thumbnails looking like they're from the same place. Try and pick a font that you love, because this Mangrove one is a different font than this one. Try and pick one that you can love throughout all of your videos that you can use. But yeah, you can tell the videos that are doing better for you are the ones that have a more clear indication of what you're going to get in the title and the thumbnail. All right, we're going to look at some more channels. And you've been submitting them using the hashtag review one time only, because it literally doesn't count you more than once. And then you're covered for the whole stream.
The whole stream.
And the next channel we're looking at is Yikes. Oh, okay. Let's see if that should come up, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, there's check mark, so it should come up.
Here, let's filter by channel. There we go. You are checkmarked. I stole 100 videos, and now YouTube hates me. Wait a minute, what?
You need to share your screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay, so the first one here is I stole 100 videos, and now YouTube hates me. But now I just want to look at some of these titles. I became a Dream SMP stan for 24 hours. So it looks like fun meme, like challenge kind of content. Let my viewers remake Twitter. Okay, interesting. Let's look at the latest video.
My videos keep getting stolen. I tried reporting, I tried striking, nothing really worked. But you know what they say? If you can't beat them, join them. Today I'm gonna steal 100 videos to see if you can actually build a solid YouTube channel off of completely stolen content. This is a stupid idea. And if I'm gonna get away with this, I gotta play it safe. And I'm not confident enough to actually steal videos from people without their permission. So I'm gonna ask first. I know, go ahead, call me a wimp, I don't care. I asked a ton of my YouTube friends and here's a basic summary of what they said. No. Please. No. Please, it's for a video. I promise it'll get like 3 views. Fine, just leave me alone. So after getting permission from a bunch of creators, I got to work on making the perfect channel channel to repost their videos on. Video site.
I just want to keep watching. This is great.
Yeah, I'm hooked. This is good. I got no feedback. This is awesome.
You don't, yeah, you don't really need us to kind of like nitpick. I would say that 2 minutes and 50 seconds probably tells the full story. I kind of wonder, are all of your videos this short? Have you tried longer videos? They are. Have you tried longer videos? Do you want to try longer videos? I think given your level of success on YouTube, you certainly should be able to make a longer video. And the reason I say that is because there definitely is something to having a longer video and then keeping people watching that video. You looks like you're a retention master. I didn't want to click off that video. And getting more views. So this is 43,000 views. This kind of proves my point a little bit. 6 minutes and 42 seconds, 43,000 views. It's like 3 times as long as the one we were just watching, or twice as long. So, I mean, this is from 5 days ago. It'll probably continue going, but it's important, I think, to keep testing things. And that would be from me, like the next thing I would be testing is, could I make longer videos? If you keep up this pace with your editing and keep telling these interesting stories, I think you could make these videos 10 minutes long. Like when I go to Mr. Beast's channel, that's about the length of a Mr. Beast video. And it feels very similar. I did a thing and something crazy happened, and you're already going to watch this because I just told you that the thing I did, and it's like bonkers and no one's ever done it before. I deliberately stole videos. Like, okay, awesome. Tell me more. So that's just that would be what do you think? Anything to add there?
I love how he said that he's gonna steal video, but he's gonna get permission before he steals the video. That was probably a good thing to do because you don't want them problems. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it anticipated the reaction from the crowd once they said that. Like the audience is gonna be like, "Oh, what?" But the concept is still sound. I'm gonna take videos that are not mine, and I'm gonna try to start a channel. So what that does is it prevents you from getting a bunch of claims and having the channel shut down mid-experiment. You almost had to do it that way.
Yep.
So it's completely justified. And then it's similar to these ideas here. How many copyright claims can this video get? Don't turn on subtitles for this video. You kind of got away from playing with YouTube like this. But I think this helped build your channel to what it is today. And you can probably go longer now with your more in-depth experiments. But that's just my advice. I might try making my videos a little bit longer. Not stretching them out in making them intentionally boring. Don't take stuff that should be on the cutting room floor and add it in, but see if you can make a video that tells a full story that also happens to be longer as a test. Otherwise, yeah, great job. All right. Who's it going to be next? Thank you all for being here, by the way. Thank you for just using the hashtag one time.
465 people. Wow.
Yeah, it's nuts. Ship to shore news. Okay, I gotta find my cursor here, which is like lost in all the confetti. Yeah, I'm like, I literally can't see my cursor. That's funny. Shore to cruise news.
Welcome.
Great name. Ship to shore cruise news. So it's news about cruises, I believe.
It looks like we got a 47-minute video here. 24 hours ago, pretty much. Yeah. All right.
I already have some thoughts on your thumbnails, but we'll go into the content first.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to Ship to Shore Cruise News. It's a beautiful day out today and nice and sunny. As you can see, I'm doing another vlog from the car today. Sometimes you just gotta do it where you can. Anyway, recently Carnival has announced that they are breaking ground on a new Bahamas port, and I thought we'd take a look at some other major cruise industry developments as well. There's going to be new developments in Nassau. Disney is putting in a new private island.
All right. This is what I need you to do. From the moment you said today Carnival is doing such and such and such, I need you to move that part to the beginning, the very beginning of the video. That is how the video should start. Today, Carnival is doing such and such. That other stuff that you started with in the first 15 seconds, now we don't need that.
Do it where you can. Anyway, recently,
yes, that's where the video should start, right there.
Yep. So yeah, because I can see you're in a car and you kind of present right away like a bit of insecurity about it, like, oh, we're in my car today. And I think when you end up in that situation where like, oh gosh, I got to record and this is the only place I can do it from for whatever reason, not judging the reasoning there. What I'm saying is this is where you want to lean heavily on B-roll, even if it's like stock footage of cruise ships, like whatever you can get your hands on, like try, because let's say you ditch the first part of the intro where you talk about being in my car and you start here.
Carnival has announced that they are breaking ground on a new Bahamas port.
Carnival, like their logo pops up, maybe some ships pictures you already have or video. Get some B-roll over this to try and like hold people's attention. Carnival, oh, you mean the cruise ships? Boom, cruise ships in my face, you know. So if you're worried about being in the car for any reason, we shouldn't be seeing this much of your car's interior for this long anyway. We should be seeing stuff related to what you're talking about. So I don't know if that comes up later. It does not. So it's you talking to camera the entire video like that. And I'm sure you're giving the value of the videos there. I'm sure you're talking about exactly what people came for, but there's got to be more stuff happening, pattern interrupts as we would call them. So that would definitely benefit you. I think that's our biggest advice. I do want to talk about this thumbnail. I think it was almost bigger on the other screen. I think you're trying to tell too much in your thumbnails. You better believe it. Cruise port upgrades. Kind of hard to read this font too. And new private islands. I thought it said ships. New private islands. So you're trying to give all the headlines in your thumbnail. And then you're kind of repeating the title as well. You better believe it. Excuse me. Cruise port updates and news. So as a title, that might use some work too. But yeah, the thumbnail almost tells you more in that way, and you don't want that. Like instead of saying cruise port upgrades, I would have used the name of the cruise company, like Carnival Cruise Port Upgrades and more, and that would have been my title. And then I would have had a picture of a cruise port as your thumbnail, rather than your face kind of cut out and then text that's really hard to read because of the font, and it's white text on a bluish white background. So it's the thumbnail needs work too. That'll get people into the video. Once they're here, then it's the quicker intros, pattern interrupts, all that stuff. So I would definitely be getting more of that going in your content. It will take more time to make these videos as a result. But what you can do is take some time to get your B-roll, source it ahead of time before there's news, right? A lot of gaming news channels do this, where they will actually take footage of the games they play and record it ahead of time, and they sit on it. And then when news breaks, they have a whole bunch of B-roll already. So they can go in, they can do their voiceover, blah, 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 blah. Here's all the stuff that's happening. And they have a whole bunch of B-roll, and they can just kind of let that run. A lot of these channels don't even have the B-roll kind of matching what they're saying. They just let it run. And then if there's a picture, let's say the game released some kind of update, that's when the B-roll will get interrupted with, I guess we can call it C-roll, even though it's not a thing. And it's a picture of the thing you're talking about over the B-roll you made. So you can do things to speed up the process and prepare for breaking news. You just have to get in your car or wherever you need to go and get a video out quickly. But yeah, you definitely want to find ways to do some pattern interrupts here for sure. All right, we will pick another channel. All right, Maliksnaps, photography channel, perhaps. It is. It looks like a fun challenge kind of channel. I think they're out with their friends. They're doing stuff. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Why do these girls dress scandalous on Halloween?
They try and get blessed. That's why we got the Pope here.
Why do girls dress scandalous on Halloween?
I don't only dress scandalous on Halloween.
Wow. Oh, so it's like every day for you?
No. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I would wear this on a regular day.
Like, can men and women just be friends?
No. No shot.
Can men and women just be friends?
No.
Men are garbage, but on a good day.
Okay, you're into this?
I got nothing. I got nothing, Dan. I got nothing. All yours, Dan. Oh, I got nothing, bro.
Okay. I think it starts off the same way a lot of these videos have started off, without like, hey, in this video, blah, 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 right? Like, we didn't get any of that intro. You went for it. Like, the video starts and you just kind of went for it. I do think the title is kind of like too vague. He said this about women. I don't know who he is. I don't know when he says whatever it is he said. I would have been a little more upfront, because you're a creator that's you are. I don't know your sub count because you've hidden it, but I would assume your channel's a little bit smaller than most. So it's without the proper context with this title and thumbnail, it's just a little bit harder of a sell. So for getting extra reach, I would be playing with your titles and thumbnails more. Other than that, so man on the street asking questions during some kind of big event, I think the audio needs help. I think, like, when it starts out, I almost wanted to click away because of this.
Why do these girls dress scandalous on Halloween?
That clipping in the first seconds of your video, probably, if you look at your retention, that dip is probably pretty steep. It is for most of our videos, but I have to imagine it was a significant drop off, because that's the first thing I hear. And I almost wonder, is it going to be like that the whole time? And fortunately, I stuck around and it wasn't like that the whole time. But I would have been, it's something that you can't fix after it's done, right? The only way to fix that in your video is to not add this clip. But it's a matter of, kind of practicing with your equipment some more, doing some different sound checks, and trying to find the right levels to use while you're doing this sort of content. I've seen people use lapel mics this way before. They're not meant to be used this way, but YouTubers do it all the time. It's fine, but you have to, like, that mic is super sensitive, so it has to be, handled in such a way so that doesn't happen.
I'm glad you brought up audio, because tonight I'm going to be recording an episode of Tube Talk, and I'm going to be talking to Podcasters, who is one of the best audio creators on the platform. We're going to be talking about the importance of audio and what new creators should understand about audio. So definitely be on the lookout for that episode. It will be out next Thursday morning, and you all can have like a whole audio 101 course, because we're going to go through it all tonight. So yeah, audio is very important.
That is a fantastic call out. So yes, vidIQ.com/Tube Talk. You can see all the latest episodes of Tube Talk. Will that be out next week?
Next Tuesday morning. Oh, the Thursday morning. Yeah, next Thursday. Yeah,
next Thursday. Nice. So there you go. But yes, I would say the audio was the biggest thing. Otherwise, I think your shots are good. You can see even though you have that bright light in the background, you can see everyone's faces just fine. And the only other, this was a nitpick, but when you used this transition here, like it's so weird to go from noisy, busy street to this meme, and it's dead quiet. If you had some music underneath, that might not have happened. But more importantly, you could have just put this over the noise in the background, right? Just so it didn't feel like it takes you out of the video completely. Like you're kind of with this person on this journey to talk to these people on the street, and then silence, for this meme. I think you could have used this over the video. So just little subtleties like that in your editing to try and make sure people that don't break immersion, if that makes sense.
Yep.
But a nitpick at best. All right.
Should we answer some more questions real quick?
Yeah, let's check out some questions here before we do another video. Thank you for all your questions.
Yeah, we got some start here.
Should I use my facial expressions in thumbnails as a new Let's Play creator, or people will watch the videos because of the game? So Let's Play meaning a gaming creator. Okay.
I would say you should probably try to use your facial expression along with a picture of the game.
I'd say it depends. I'm on to see if we can find the channel real quick. Let's see if you've been. Oh, that's not it. A very similar channel popped up with your name, but they have like 2.76 million subscribers, and I don't know how to put the little accent over the A. Maybe that would help, but this must be, in terms of channel name, really competitive for you. There's a lot of people trying to be this creator as well. So anyway, just a quick call out there. I haven't put my face on a gaming thumbnail in years. And what I do instead, if the game allows for it, is I use the character's face, like my character's face, or the face of a character from the game, and I let that be like the face of the thumbnail. But sometimes I don't even use a face. Sometimes the video is about some kind of item that I found, and that alone can be part like the main focus of the thumbnail. So it really depends. It's not like an easy answer where we can say, oh, use your face because that'll increase views by 20%. That's not really how it works. It's all about the context, I would say. If you're willing to put your face in there and you're struggling, you're like, I need to convey an emotion and I don't know if my game character can do this emotion, then yes, then your face could be the one bringing that emotion in there, right? And then so if you need a shocked face and you're playing a game like, I'm trying to think of a pixely game. I don't know. Let's say it's a pixel character. They can't do a shocked face. Now you can do the shocked face, and then you're shocked about the other half of the thumbnail, whatever's going on. So yeah, I just started my YouTube channel 2 weeks ago, and I've uploaded about 32 shorts since. Is this a good strategy before I release my long-term comedy shorts?
This isn't a bad idea, in my opinion, because you are going to drop 32 short videos. So when people come to your channel, they're going to have those 32 shorts, and that's the content that they're going to expect from you moving forward. So if you go from doing short to doing long, all those people that came for your short content, well, not all of them, but you're going to lose a good chunk of those people that came for the short content because they didn't come for long content. The better strategy, in my opinion, would be to mix it up some. Drop some short form content and drop some long form content if you have it. But yeah, I don't know if I would do like a complete shift from one form of content to the next. That might not be the best way to go about it, but that's just my opinion.
I don't know if he's saying that or not, because he says long-term comedy shorts, meaning like, so what the way I interpreted this was like, I'm making these shorts and I'm starting out, I guess they're starting out kind of generic, just doing jokes and stuff about Johnny Depp and all the news right now. But then, is this a good strategy before I start releasing my long-term comedy shorts? So I guess the long-term, it's like a long-term series they want to do. That's kind of how I read it. I do agree with what you said in the sense that if you switch away from what people are subscribing for and you give them something else, it's going to be hard to retain those viewers. Like, you can't really build a channel off topic A and then suddenly switch to topic B and expect all the topic A people to stick around. So if you're doing Amber Heard news and jokes and things like that, and then you switch to something that nobody is really searching for and things like that, I think I think you'll notice a slowdown, right? But it's hard to say if you're doing shorts, because shorts will try and find you new people. And if it was what Viper was saying, switching to long form content, I did build a channel off of shorts and was able to pivot to long form content. But the long form content, I didn't do it until I saw the right signs in my analytics. And the long form content was basically the shorts, just widescreen. So I was giving the people the same exact thing they subscribe for all along, you know, and that's the biggest thing. You're making this content for people. So if you're getting a lot of people because they want to hear your take on Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and other like news stories like She-Hulk, let's say this short takes off, and then you're just kind of giving a way different take about things that aren't trending, you will notice a decline. Is it worth not doing then? I wouldn't say that. I would say it's still worth trying out, especially the YouTube shorts, because it's so unpredictable.
For those of y'all acting in the chat, you only have to put the hashtag review in there one time. Doesn't matter when you put it, just put it once. It's going to be recorded because we're drawn from the same hashtag. So,
yeah, you'll notice that the entries are over 500. That is because we've been streaming for an hour just about, and people who have entered have since left, but they're still here. Like once you're in, you're in. But there, if review worked more than once, there's probably over 1,000. The StreamYard knows not to take it more than once.
All right, I'm going to attack the question real quick. Well, not real quick, but Leaf and Flames asks, what YouTubers are good examples of catering to large audiences despite focusing on a specific niche? I mean, hell, there are like a number of Apple channels out there. I mean, there are Samsung channels out there. There are, oh, man, I mean, my God, Dan, help me out here.
I'm, you know me, I'm going to think about like gaming, and you have a channel like Markiplier that plays multiple games. This is what I get from gaming creators a lot. Like, hey, you said I have to play one game on my channel. What about Markiplier? What about PewDiePie? And I've always said, yeah, but they look at where they started. right? Like they started with horror games. And I mean, look at the evolution in the thumbnails and everything too. But start with Amnesia and Penumbra and all these at the time really popular horror games before they started pivoting to other types. You know, they were allowed to kind of branch out slowly over time. But when you look at the top of the top of the top, yes, like PewDiePie and all, like these are great examples of creators that are catering to a large audience and they're not focusing on a specific niche. But it's not despite that. Most of the time, it's because they started out really super focused and they branched out over time in ways that made sense. If Markiplier still does to this day horror games, but has the ability to stream. 2.5 million people saw this. 10 years of Markiplier, still like people following on his journey as well. Like there's a lot of permission granted. Another gaming example. Let's Game It Out. It was one of my favorite gaming channels. They are always playing different games, but they play them in a certain way. Their whole thing is destroying the games they play. Their goal, I think, for every video is to crash the game. I think that's literally their goal. And you notice it's always a different game. Sometimes they repeat, but it's because this person has such a unique style. You can't get it anywhere else, and once people caught on to what they were doing, now I'll watch anything. I'll watch any of the games this person plays. I don't care because I can't get this anywhere else. I know whatever random indie game they've picked up next, they're going to destroy it, and I'm here for it. So you earn that trust over time with your audience. And even this channel started by starting with just one thing and trying it for a while. And there's a lot of trial and error here where the thumbnails were all the same. And, they kind of went through things, but eventually stuff starts to kind of like click, and I forget exactly how far I have to scroll before things really start to pick up. But even these older videos never really broke through. So anyway, I don't know if that was a helpful answer, but
yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible. I mean, look at our friend Emily D. Baker. She's doing legal commentary and growing like wildfire.
Yeah, but she's always doing legal commentary. That's her niche. Yep. She doesn't have to just be the channel that covers Amber Heard. Now, when this is all over, this whole case is all over with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, is she going to lose viewers? Probably. I think she will, just because there's not as much interest. However, I think she's going to have gained so many lifetime viewers that it's going to feel, when you look at the data, it's going to be an overall increase from where she was before Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. So you always kind of like build channels this way too, but it's on brand for her,
Yeah, she will be fine. Definitely.
She's not pivoting from legal commentary to car mechanic, It's too radical of a change. The audience won't be there for it. Let's do some more channels.
Let's do it.
551 submissions now.
452 people in the chat. Appreciate you all being here. We know you all could be anywhere else, but you choose to spend some time with us. So thank you for that.
J Nation Films. All right. I think that's it. Okay. I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Looks like it's audio only.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. We don't even need to do this.
Look at the resolution, how it like fit.
Yeah. We don't need to go do this.
Well, is it? Hold on. I can't. So what are you doing on this channel? Are you making music? Is it like, it's hard to know what this channel is really about.
Yeah. And the other thing that I'm going to tell you all, YouTube is a video platform. I know it might sound kind of harsh, but if you want to upload just audio, there are other podcasting outlets that you can do audio only on. YouTube is not the platform for audio only. Like when people come to YouTube, they're coming to YouTube to watch video. So if you present them with something like this, you're not going to get many views because again, YouTube is not audio. Now, if you have like a known podcast that's already like blown up or already like notable and you want to put that audio on YouTube because YouTube allows you to do that, then that might be something. But as a new creator starting out with just audio only, and you're not going to get any traction.
I'm going to show you this. Just to your point, Always Sunny podcast is about the TV show Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it's just them kind of rewatching the episodes and talking about them and other stuff too. It's really funny. But this is, like you said, a well-known podcasting outlet, and they were getting away with just putting the audio. This is all you see the whole time. It's just animated, just spins and stuff. But even they couldn't stick to that format for long. Eventually, they swapped to video podcasts. So they're still putting them out there. And look at the views. Look at the difference. 179,000 to 1.2 million views in the next upload. Now, that was their first video one, so probably a lot of attention around that. But there's still, overall, the views are fantastic on these. Some more than others. Probably has something to do with the episodes they're talking about too. But anyway, even these guys can get away with it, but they didn't stick to audio only because YouTube is a visual platform. YouTube has been doing a lot to invest in the podcasting space, but I think you would still be encouraged to do video podcasts. So I want to get back to this channel here. What else have they been doing? So it looks like they've been live streaming video games.
A phone, a tablet.
Yeah, fuck all that shit. I'm not doing.
Okay. So live streaming games, and then we have these songs that maybe you made or clipped together. It's really hard to know. I would say your channel is lacking focus if we're just to do a typical channel audit. And then your live streams, I think, should start differently too, because it was you and your friends like talking, it sounded like, but we didn't get any context. As somebody who would watch this after the fact, and people do watch live streams after their VODs, you want to, like what I did today is I introduced the concept of the live stream the second we went live. What we'll do for channel audits is we have like a musical intro and stuff. You could do that too, a starting soon screen, and people usually just skip it when it becomes a recording. But the starting soon screen is a way to kind of let people know, yep, it's a live stream and it's about to start, and here's a timer, and you skip ahead a little bit, and then Rob comes on and he tells you what we're going to be doing in the live stream. So I think you should do more to introduce new people to your channel when you live stream. And I think you need to choose between, are you a music channel or are you a gaming channel? And I would take the content that is not one or the other and put it on a different channel. Personally, I would unlist, let's say, for the music ones, for example, and then focus this channel on being a gaming channel.
There you go.
All right. It's going to be Bread Gaming. Look at the avatar. Exactly what was promised. Oh, wait. I'm not in the video tab. Okay. I don't think this counts. It was a 3-second live stream.
Yeah.
So I think they're testing out their software and left that. So delete that for sure, because that gets stuck in your recommended feed and no one knows what the heck's going on. The Wild West #1.
Okay.
7,
8. Okay. For this particular video right here, #1, I don't know what game it is, and you never bothered to tell us what game it is. And there's no talking whatsoever. Now, if you are just doing gameplay videos, that's one thing, but you don't even tell us in the title or anywhere that it's a gameplay video. So we don't know what to expect in this video. It looks like it's some type of Twitch stream or something, or maybe some Discord stream or something, but again, as a person from the outside looking in, we don't know what we're getting with this particular video. So you got to be more intentional about letting the viewer know what they can expect when they click on your video.
Mm-hmm. I think the video starts in such a way that makes it clear pretty quickly that I'm not going to get to know the creator behind the camera. So there's like no commentary at all, which is, I understand for a lot of creators, like for them, it can be kind of tough. right? Like it could be tough to like get on a mic and actually do the thing. But it's super important for content like this because it gives us a reason to watch. Like I could go play this game if I wanted to. Why should I watch you? Like what makes this like what makes you specifically somebody I want to watch play this game? And then what's interesting is that the title just says the Wild West 1. I assume maybe the Wild West is what the game is called within the Roblox space. I can recognize that it's Roblox. At least I think it is. But instead, you had a more interesting title in the description. Just trying to take back the ferry, but a bit boring. So instead of that, instead of the Wild West 1, taking back the ferry in the Wild West Roblox or something like that, that's your title. And if you feel like it's a bit boring, if you're telling me in the description this is boring, then really, truly, why was it uploaded to YouTube? And I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm genuinely asking because we sit here and we tell people make content for a viewer. Are you making content for people who want to be bored? I'm guessing your answer is no. You're making content to entertain people. That's why it's fun to be a creator, because people watch your content and they're entertained by it, or they're informed, or whatever it is. But you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot here. Forgive the Western pun, because you're telling me in every way you can, this is not worth my time. It's 14 minutes I'm not going to get back because of the way you've titled it, the way you've introduced me to the content. And then when I'm looking to learn more, in the description, I find the secret. It's a bit boring.
Okay.
It sounds like taking back a ferry in the Wild West, by the way, could be a lot of fun. It sounds like a role play, sounds like a role play experience that you could have taken the viewer on.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let me put this out here. As I told you all in the beginning of the live stream, me and Dan, we're not here to be harsh. We're not here to put you down. We want you to be the best creator that you can be. Some of you all upload content that, at least for me, makes me question, like Dan said, why is this content on YouTube? I'm going to assume, I can't speak for Dan, but Viper, will assume that if you are submitting your content to be reviewed by vidIQ, you are doing so because you want to grow on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So even though we might come off maybe a little bit harsh or whatever, we are telling you things that we think can help you grow your channel, because clearly that's what you want since you're here. Because if you didn't care about growing your YouTube channel, why are you here? And why are you submitting your channel to us for review or videos? You wouldn't be. So you want to grow. So we're going to do everything in our power to give you the knowledge and the foresight that you can use, provided that you choose to use it, to be able to grow your content. So that's where we're doing it from. That's where we're coming from. And hopefully we say something that might resonate with you all to help you grow your content and grow your channel and your audience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bread Gaming, we only wish you the best. Hopefully having a second set of eyes in your videos was of use to you. And good luck. Thank you all for submitting your videos for review. Let's check out the next channel. It is Kerkimex, maybe.
It's like an anime.
That 6.81K views.
Oh, are we doing something right?
Shorts
channel, Minecraft, right?
Just Minecraft shorts, and there's always these chairs.
Oh, this is definitely Dan territory.
There are some other things on the channel that don't feel like they belong at all, so we'll just get that out of the way real quick. You should continue doing whatever these are. But let's look at the last one here that you did. Maybe depending on how long it is, we'll look at a couple.
Like I've heard this on TikTok before.
Yeah. So where it got interesting for me, and we can't scrub through it, was when you place the chair down a second time and it became a couch. Like the fact that they work like chests like that is really, really cool to me. So I think what you were banking on with this video, and I might be wrong, is the idea that you can have a proper couch in Minecraft, but people who mod Minecraft and stuff are not going to be too surprised. I think the short should have been 5 seconds. Honestly, I think you place it down again, so it becomes a couch, and you sit on it and you wave and you're out. And that, you might think, well, why would I only do 5 seconds of that? But my question back to you is, why would you do a minute of this? Like, and then subscribe. Like, I've seen this template before for Minecraft videos, but usually that music and all the editing, it kind of goes with a more interesting concept. And I think the concept of the video itself isn't deserving to be this long, which sounds super harsh, but you've been kind of at this like chair thing for a while. It looks like a day ago you went really hard in these. None of them have taken off yet, and I'm not saying they'll never take off, because it looks like from like 3 days ago, YouTube tested this for a moment, and we could probably see it. Oh, no, we can't because it's a short. YouTube tested this for a moment and then stopped. So I think, because the way it works with shorts is that you have to keep people's attention. And you want your retention on shorts to be 100% if possible. And it's possible to get 200, 300%, meaning it's looping and people are watching it multiple times. But you're just making them way too long. They're shorts. You're allowed to make them 4 or 5 seconds if you want. I think you should test that. I think you should try, if you believe in this concept, I think you should try it for a number of videos, but make it way shorter. Way shorter. And then if they don't work, I think you need to go back to the drawing board on the concepts, because with YouTube Shorts, it's about showing something really cool or interesting. So you uploaded these a day ago, leave them up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they all blow up in a few days. But try it. There's also no harm in trying all of them again, but cutting them down to like 5 seconds max. Just my advice there. I don't know if you have anything to add, but that's what I think.
I don't know. I'm kind of getting into it as it went along. The music and everything, going on. I'm kind of getting into it a little bit. So I don't know.
I appreciate that they have their character on the screen, they're waving. I just think that a lot of people who are like experienced with Minecraft aren't going to think that's like the coolest like mod. Right. They might, but there's way different mods that you can do way different stuff with. I think this channel would benefit from some writing, some sitting down and brainstorming some ideas. This is a good start. It's good to like cut your teeth on something, but those are my critiques. If you're going to stick with this route, they need to be much shorter. Other than that, more interesting concepts. But good luck. Thank you for sharing. Pick a new channel. Stop ruining his retention rate. I'm not doing that.
Dan, wow.
I'm sorry. That was mean.
I like Spicy Dan. We need to bring him back more often.
All right, Wendy, let's check out. So you have a short here, and then we have a 22-minute video, my secondary school experience.
Testing camera 1, 2, testing camera 1, 2. See, the whole setup is just having issues, but I must film this video because I must film this video. Anyways, let's begin. So in my just one, it was tug of war. So let me see if I can even remember. Okay, yeah, we wrote common entrance. I was even late. I was there's this common entrance.
We can stop this. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, where do I begin? Wendy. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that all that testing stuff that you were doing in the beginning, that should never make it onto your video. You should cut that out immediately. Like the people that are landing on your video, they don't care about you testing camera 1, 2, 3. That is stuff that should be done on your own time, not the viewer's time. So cut that out. And then to make it even worse, you went from the testing stuff to a splash screen. Oh, and by the time you got to the splash screen, you haven't provided us any value at all yet. I'm almost willing to bet that the moment you went to that splash screen, your retention went pew. Y'all know how we feel about intros, but let me tell you something. If you absolutely must have an intro or splash screen, you better have provided some value to the viewer before you use the splash screen. You need to give people a reason to stay on the video. If you're doing testing stuff and then going to a splash screen, you have not provided any value, and you're probably going to lose a lot of people. The one thing I'm going to tell you, Wendy, is that you need to figure out a way to hook people in. Again, the first 30 seconds of a video are so important to keep people interested. If you don't use that first 30 seconds wisely, you're going to lose a lot of people. It is so important. So what I would tell you, Wendy, is, let's see, this video of my secondary school experience. Give us a taste of the story that you're going to tell in the first 30 seconds. Tease us with something before you cut into a splash screen or whatever. Cut all that testing crap out. Give us a tease of the story that you're going to tell. Then maybe cut to the splash screen if you still want to have it, and then get into the story after the splash screen. But all that other extra stuff that you did, you just killed that retention right there.
I'm not a big fan of these either. As those who follow me on this channel know, I do not love those. In this, what I will say is, if you are going to use something like this, I do think it was the right length. If you're going to use something like this, I think we see it a lot, but it is kind of like that invitation. If I didn't like the first like 10 seconds, how long is this? So if I didn't like the first 2 or 3 seconds of the video and then I saw this, it's kind of my invitation to like leave, you know? So it's just that, it's that reminder to the viewer that, by the way, like if you wanted to stop now, you could. So I think there's more that can be done to suck people in. Now, I thought the testing stuff at the beginning was a little bit endearing. I thought it was kind of like, you know, I'm a real person sitting here, like sitting down to record this video. And I didn't mind it until we got to after the splash screen and you kind of forgot what you were saying and you left it in. And that was when I realized, I think the testing thing too was an example of a lack of editing. So at first I thought it was endearing and like, okay, cool. We're trying to just break that fourth wall a little bit, which is, some creators do that really well. I was okay with that personally, but the next part is when I'm like, or you're not really editing your videos, because it sounds like you're going to tell, based on the title, a really engaging story about this experience you had, but we don't get to it in the first 30 seconds. And in that time period, you forget what you were going to say and you leave it. And so that is where the editing would come in. And I think doing jump cuts and things like that, definitely something we need. I don't now I'm losing confidence in, as like a new viewer to your channel, hypothetically speaking, I may lose confidence that this video should be 22 seconds long, or minutes, excuse me. Is 22 minutes too long? Like, how many other like mistakes did you leave in the video? You know what I mean? So shorter videos, tighter editing. If you can get some pictures or anything other than, because you're on a white background and this white text kind of pops up here and there. So I know this was brought into editing software, but yeah, it's just you straight to camera. Is there anything else you could put on the screen to kind of break that up a little bit more? Just again, pattern interrupts, just things that help hold people's attention, I should say. But I think those are our tips there. Best of luck to you. 80 subscribers. Very well done.
Let's get to some more questions while we have a moment here, Dan.
All right.
Okay. So we have a Flow V2 says, I need a laptop for video editing. I usually do 1 hour long YouTube videos. I need the rendering and export to be fast. What are some specs I need to look at? First, my question, are you a Mac person or a PC person? If you are a Mac person, any of the new M1 MacBooks are going to do more than enough for you to crush your content. These things are beastly powerful. Even the MacBook Air will get it done for you. So any of the newer MacBooks can hold their own with that. We're talking about PC stuff. If you're doing hour-long videos and you try to edit that stuff, I would not go anything lower than an i7 processor, to be honest with you. That's one of the higher spec Intel processors, so i7. You probably want to have at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. 16 would be optimum, just so you can have more stuff running in the background. But yeah, those are just like the minimum specifications that I would suggest to you if you're looking for a laptop.
I would be looking at one of the nicest graphics cards I could get if I was looking for fast render times too, because a lot of encoders now use GPU rendering. instead of, you know, relying on the processor, it relies on your graphics card. So you can get way faster render times if you have an awesome graphics card and you take advantage of GPU rendering. So that's just another bit of advice for you. But yeah, when it comes to video editing, there's no amount of money you can spend on a computer that's too much when it comes to experts, especially hour-long videos.
True.
So you can spend less too, and you probably should, depending on where you are at in life. But you can also, if you say I'm a video editor and I spent $10,000 on a computer, I would be like, yeah, that tracks. That's just how high this can go, and even that won't give you instant renders. Yeah. So yeah, I would look for a decent graphics card. I would look for a good processor. I wouldn't skimp on any of that. Storage space. Do not underestimate an SSD drive. SSD drives made my editing so much faster. I just couldn't believe it. Like, working within the timeline and trying to not have that stuttering and stuff. Once I started editing off of an SSD, a lot of those problems went away. It was amazing.
Indeed. All right, we got our good friend Senegar here. He wants to know, if you had 24 hours to create a video from start to finish, what part of the creative process would you spend the most time and effort in? Scripting, researching, editing, title, and thumbnail. I mean, right off the bat. I think, I guess speaking from my experience, the video part comes a lot easier once I have the title and the thumbnail in hand, because those literally set the tone for how your video is going to go. But the title and thumbnail are so important, and we've talked about it time and time again on this live stream, because those are the literal first impressions that a viewer sees before they decide whether or not to click on your video. So if your title and your thumbnail aren't up to par, you're losing out on viewers. So you need to spend more time on title and thumbnail, in my opinion.
Titles, thumbnails, and concepts for me. I think one of the things that kind of gets me is I have a channel where I take clips of things that happened and then turn them around into videos. And what becomes really challenging is to say, like, I have a moment in time here, and then I didn't have the brain capacity to stream and plan for what that was going to be as a title and a thumbnail. So I take a lot of clips, and then I go through and I pick the best ones, not the best clips. I pick the best ones that have the best concept. Are people going to enjoy this? And can I put an engaging title and thumbnail on this clip? And if I feel like people are going to enjoy the clip, but I, for the life of me, can't figure out a title and thumbnail, it might become a short, or it might get thrown away. It happened for the people who were at the stream that day. That's one way I make content. Another way I make content is sitting down to think about what kind of video do I want to upload today? I'm not streaming. I have the whole process to plan now. And that will come to concept too. That's a huge part of it. Like, what is a thing that is happening in the space that is interesting, that's going to have the most potential for people to watch? So it still comes down to title and thumbnail, but just to go a little bit deeper on that. Also, what's the concept for the video? Why should people watch? But I think both of us have a similar answer in that we're going to spend a lot of time ideating that part and optimizing that part of the process. Because if we can't get people to click on our videos, it doesn't matter how great our editing is. And the editing still needs to be good. It's all important. All of it is important. If anyone tells you the most important thing is, they're not saying the rest of it is the least important. All they're saying is the most important thing is, and we're saying titles and thumbnails.
Yep.
The rest of it is still very, very, just like that's why we're doing video reviews today. So we can look at these videos and tell you that okay, title and thumbnail aside, how's your actual content? Are people, once they click, are they staying? And that's why we're trying to give very critical advice here. So thank you all. We do on every Wednesday, we do these Q&A streams, and we answer questions just like we're doing now. We usually pick a topic and we talk about it, and then we answer questions. So we wanted to splice in some questions today, but we are going to go back to doing some channels as well, videos rather. But we'll take one last question before we draw the next channel, which is, will it be successful if I made a YouTube channel without showing my face? And I'll just very quickly say yes, because I've done it. But do you have a further opinion there?
I was going to say, do you want to tell them about Dream?
I mean, yeah, sure. I still think that one day he probably will show his face.
Damn, he had 30 million. Last much I gave him 17. Jesus.
This video, we had a developer and friend of ours code 100 deadly floors on a Minecraft elevator.
Like, by the way, if you want to know how to edit a video for retention, I don't care if you don't like Minecraft, like this masterclass right here, told us exactly what we're going to get into as the video was starting. He'll never show his face in this whole video. One of the most successful creators on YouTube.
30 million deep, y'all. 30 million.
Yeah. You don't need to put your face on YouTube if you don't want to, but you got to put something. I think you still need to use your voice if you're not going to use your face, or you have to be so creative in the way you make content that it doesn't matter if your face or your voice aren't there, because you're telling a story another way. But you got to bring something to the table. Yep. All right, let's draw another channel. Thank you all for submitting. We have lots and lots of entries, and the next
514 people. Wow. Who sent y'all? Who sent you?
Who sent you? Where's my map? Look at the hands. Oh my gosh. Look at how creative that is. Do you see that?
That's dope. Yeah. I thought they done a map. Yeah, that's a map.
That's a map on their hands. Oh my. Okay. Who the heck is this? I already know we're getting into something like really cool here. 1,000 subscribers. Congrats on your very recent monetization. Are you using the community tab? You are. Yes. Okay. This person's here. They are serious. So we have an hour-long video here. We have a 28-minute, 34-minute. So there's a beach walk, relaxing beach walk at Crystal Cove. I kind of wonder if this is one of those videos that's meant to be like you just put it on the background and kind of chill.
Yeah. Let's go to the Laguna Beach for California video.
Yeah. Are they all like that? Like walking tours? Walking Laguna Beach. It is. This is a type of content. This is like, there are channels that do really well with this. These houses are nice.
So I wonder if all of this content is like voiceless.
It might be just noise in the street. And then I've seen videos like this and I've actually gotten really sucked in too. I do want to see more. Like it is that kind of video for me. But what do you think?
I don't know if I'm qualified to talk about this because it's not really my thing. I mean, and when I say it's not my thing, I mean, I don't know if I can provide valid criticism because I don't really watch content like this, but I love the scenery. I do have a question though. Dan, like when you're walking around when you're walking around a town and you're filming people's houses, is that legal? Because that might bring you in trouble if you have people's property on your thing.
When I see these, I generally see people out in public places.
Yeah, right.
I think there's nothing necessarily illegal, but it could be local laws. Who knows? But that didn't cross my mind. I would be, if this video got 1 million views and someone watching it really liked my house and they can see my address sitting there on the street,
right,
I would be concerned as the homeowner. So it might be something you kind of like keep in mind.
Or if somebody were to walk out and see them filming, they're like, yo, what you doing? I mean, people do not like that.
I'm sure that's happened to this creator.
I wouldn't doubt it.
There's a lot of videos here. What's the best one? 15K views, walking around downtown Disney. See, it's going to be down to the places you're walking, I think. Because when I watch these, it's always a big city, like NYC walking tour. So always 4K is always present, like in the title and stuff, because that does matter for these. And it's always like, we can mute that. It's always, shot like this with no commentary. It's just people taking footage out on the street. And it's like nice 4K footage, nice and sharp. Going back to the channel we were looking at, though, let's just look at this Disney one real quick. So we kind of pull up to the park. We get our parking spot. I might have cut when I was getting my parking spot personally.
Yeah, I guess for the content that you're doing and how you're doing it, I don't really have any critique. I mean, it looks like you're doing a good job.
The latest one, I noticed something about the quality. Not latest one, the one we watched. See how the sidewalk is kind of curving? Like their lens is doing this kind of fisheye sort of effect a little bit. I wonder if the lens is too wide. Like if I'm to really nitpick this, like why aren't these getting more views kind of thing? It could be the location. It just is not as popular as Disney. So that's holding you back a little bit. Maybe over time it gets like more and more and more views. You just build up a big catalog of these videos. And it could be like, does this feel dark to you or is it my monitor? Like, do you feel like the footage, even though it's broad daylight, do you feel like it's dark?
No, I am not the right person to ask because I got sunglasses. No, but yeah, it go dark.
You do watch everything sunglasses. Everything's just a couple shades
Yeah,
darker.
It does look a little dark to me, yeah.
Yeah, so I am a little bit concerned about that too. I think tweaking that would have helped, just the exposure, like even in post, just bringing that up a little bit. But these are nitpicks. I think those things matter way more in these walking tours kind of situations.
Oh God, I want to be petty. I want to be so petty right now, but I'm not gonna be petty. Let's go to the next video, Dan, before I start getting petty on the live stream. Oh my God. Hold on. My bad.
What was that?
Oh, that was me about to be petty, but yeah, let's go to the next person.
Okay. Hulu ham tube. I don't know what we're getting. I'm completely lost already. Okay. It is a channel that is not in English, so that's not going to be very easy for us, but let's watch a little bit of the first video here and see what we got. Okay, so my question is, I see a TikTok watermark. Is this your content and you've stitched it together for a YouTube video, or are you taking content from other TikTok creators? Is that the same? See, there's two different watermarks. Like it's like a different name.
The moment you put that video on YouTube with that watermark, it's getting buried.
Yeah, YouTube is really serious about the TikTok and other watermarks from other industries, other media outlets, I guess we can say. So I am concerned that these videos you're using are not yours. I also think that it started off way too loud. I had to turn down the volume and it was still too loud. Like there's audio issues and stuff, but I don't even know critiquing that's the right call here. I think what we're looking at is, content that might not be yours, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you have multiple TikTok accounts and you went around this music festival and you were filming all these different scenes with your 4 or 5 phones. I don't know, but because I don't want to accuse you of something, I have no proof. But the content, if you are taking this for other people, I don't think just stitching them together is transformative enough to keep you safe from YouTube copyright rules. So yeah, you want to be using your own content on YouTube, even if it's from TikTok. You want to download it without the watermark because it's yours. You can do that and post it. Title and thumbnail, I don't really have any context for. I wish we could help further, but I don't think we can. John created.
Oh, I know John. What's up, John?
Oh, all right.
Appreciate you being here, man. What's up?
I will let you take the lead.
Let's see what we got here. 73 grabber, 64 video. All right.
What's in a katana? Orient episode 11 reaction. Okay, so they're reacting to, I guess, anime.
Yeah, look that way.
Welcome back to another episode, Orient episode 11. Back to another reaction. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this episode. We'll sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. この先どんな敵が現れても決して殺されるな。お前は私の器なのだから。So this is what I kind of talked to him. 実際はあの時、志半ばで殺。
Okay. So my thoughts are in that beginning like intro where you said coming up, instead of showing your face and you reacting, I would rather you shown the actual clip that you're going to be reacting to, or maybe have the clip be full size and your face be like minimum down in the in the bottom somewhere, because it's kind of hard for me to get into what you're reacting to if I can't see it. So that coming up thing did nothing for me because I don't know what's you're reacting to. I don't know what's happening. So I would probably change that. And then I will probably in the first 30 seconds leading up to it, provide a little bit more commentary. The whole like and subscribe thing, I think you might have jumped the gun a little bit earlier at that. I mean, I do agree with doing that stuff in the beginning because you don't know if people are going to make it to the end. But maybe provide a little bit of commentary before you ask people to like and subscribe. Because again, the whole thing about asking people to like and subscribe is that you want to offer some type of value before you do that to make people more incentivized to actually like and subscribe. But when you do that before you provide any value, it kind of makes it almost meaningless. So those are just my initial thoughts. What about you, Dan?
Yeah, I think like the coming up part didn't give me much. Like when I see coming up, I want to see something kind of exciting. Your reaction is definitely like one of, you look befuddled. You like, whoa, okay, what am I looking at right now? Which is great. But yeah, seeing what you're reacting to would also be helpful. And I like that as a strategy for trying to get people to stay, right? Like don't go anywhere. You're going to miss this. But then the next thing, so you kind of teased it. And then the next thing is you saying, if you like this video, like and subscribe. But yeah, like you said, Viper, there's just, you haven't earned that yet. Like I'll, remind me halfway through, remind me after I've kind of been enjoying this for a while. By the way, if you enjoy this sort of thing, like and subscribe. But I would give no more than like a second to do that either. More and more creators are moving away from doing this and seeing more positive results in the retention. So it's just worth noting. But yeah, I think the other thing I noticed was once we get out of the coming up scene, like, no, I don't want to hear the show. Hold on.
Welcome back to another episode, or episode 11, back to another reaction.
There's something in the background that is like making this hum noise, and it sounds like a refrigerator or something. And
HVAC,
or
probably,
probably
an HVAC, maybe.
It could be that. When you're recording, I would, whatever that was, I would try and like silence that. It might be the fact that maybe it's just time for a new microphone. I sit very close to my microphone because I'm just in a space that can sometimes, stuff can happen in the background that I'm not in control of. So the closer I sit to this mic, the more I can get in there, and it cuts out so much noise in the background. So that's why I'm always like this when I'm, something I learned over time. Like if I'm not going to be able to soundproof my whole space, then I might as well limit the amount that my mic can pick up. And that's what I've chosen to do. But it feels like I'm getting the whole room. So the show is going to be kind of loud. The room is going to kind of distract from that a little bit. So it's just an audio nitpick. It's something to work on, something you don't need to worry about today. But as you're looking to enhance the quality of your content, that is an investment I would make, just as a general improvement. But yeah, I do think it was cool, though. I think you're going in the right direction with a lot of this stuff. I would just move the subscribe call to action a little bit later.
Yep, you're on your way, man. You're on your way.
All right. Next channel is we already the odds of that with 700 people, the odds of that are like
a repeat winner. All right, we're drawn again. Drawn again.
Easy there, confetti. Poco45. All right.
Right.
Yep. Is a Minecraft channel. Looks like you've been doing some building videos, I think, judging by the thumbnails and titles. And I think they're doing two different types. So there's episode 9 here that's like 4 minutes, but then there's this 15-minute starter base expansion. I wonder if you're running two different series where you're building this epic thing, and then sometimes you're just doing a let's play. It's kind of bouncing back and forth. How many videos? Oh, okay, a year ago, but not a ton of content.
Wait a minute, my world is spinning. There is something I need.
So I have to mute it because I think this is going to get us in trouble with copyright.
Yep.
So music in the video. So you do have it down here. I don't know
if that's not licensed music that you have permission to use. It's not going to matter if you put it in the description.
Yeah, it might be licensed. I just don't want to take the risk. But we'll watch it on silent. I'm guessing there's still music. So a lot of cinematic shots. And then it went silent.
Hello everyone, my name is Poco45 and today we're on the last episode of our Making of a Castle series. Today we're doing some basic interior work and putting the finishing touches on the entire build.
Got it. Okay. So you kind of went for the epic intro for the first like 15 seconds and then the proper introduction to what it is we're kind of looking at, what we're doing today. What's unfortunate, and I know it's a consequence of the game and where you're building currently, but it's very dark. It's really hard to see what this is, and it lingers on it for a long time. And then you're also kind of doing the traditional YouTuber introduction of like, my name is so-and-so, today we're doing this. I just think I would try to find creative ways to get out of that rhythm. And maybe the musical intro was kind of your way of doing that, but it just, I don't know. I worry about the music you used, and I think this is the point when you start talking and it's kind of quiet and it's dark. It's kind of an invitation for people to leave. Look at your retention and see if I'm right. See if in your retention chart, people leave when it goes silent, like right at 18 seconds, because it was eerie. You know, I had muted the video for the music, but then I came back. I'm like, wait, did I hit unmute? It's gone. So that's just a couple of initial things that I noticed. I do see a lot of creators do these types of building videos where you already filmed the footage of you building it, and now it's just you kind of talking over your experience. That's totally cool. And then you kind of stitch that together and you just give your commentary. That's probably why it's a much shorter video. But I mean, we do have an issue here because your building is so dark on the inside. Like, only later, like the only parts of the video that are actually like lit up are the ones that are not relevant to the build. And that's going to be, I think, a problem. I think this is going to be a real struggle for people because it's so hard to see the details here.
Yeah, people can't see what they're watching and they're less likely to watch.
Yeah, the only bits of light are outside the windows. Could you not have put torches throughout this room to try and light it up a bit? You know, and you can even say the only reason you're seeing torches right now is because I wanted you to actually see what was going on. But in the finished product, I'm going to get rid of these torches. Like, you could have even kind of done it that way. But yeah, the viewing experience is it needs that work. But overall, I think the build itself is really cool. In the other thumbnails, when you can see it more clearly, I think it looks very impressive. I'd work on your framing a little bit for the pictures you're taking for it, but overall, it does look impressive. And you do have talent, and talented Minecraft builders can go really, really far. But there's a lot of refining that needs to happen. Let's look at the Let's Play.
I want to go back to something that you said when you first got on the channel. You said that it might look like she's doing two different series, and I wonder if something like that could confuse a potential subscriber. If you're not being consistent with the type of content that you're doing, especially this early on in your creative journey, I mean, you got more videos than subscribers at this point. So I'm just wondering, could that be confusing people that you're doing like it looks like you're trying to do two different things at once?
Yes, it is Minecraft, but you're making two different things. A survival series and a building series are way different, especially when I know you can build like this. The smart thing to do in this case would be to combine the two if you really want to do both. And the reason I say that is because of this person right here. Barzy is a Minecraft creator I bring up all the time. Incredible builder, also doing a Let's Play. And you get incredible builds on top of value. I built a giant carnival in Minecraft. I built an insane mining outpost, so it actually performs a function. A lot of his builds perform a function. I built an insane totem farm, really hard item to get in Minecraft. So, and you can just see how these start.
Today, I'm gonna build a carnival in Minecraft Hardcore. This sounds like a really cool project. Think about it. Carnival, Ferris wheel, rides, games, all in Minecraft. I'm not gonna lie, this sounds incredibly fun. And I think I'm gonna put it over there by my giant ore statue.
So, a lot more going on in this. It's nice and bright. You can see what's going on. And also, he's using sound effects and a lot of editing techniques to get your attention right away. Never said my name is Farzy. Like and subscribe. How your Let's Play starts. Let's check that out.
Hello, everybody. My name is Poco45, and welcome back to episode 2 of Surviving with Coco. Now, today we're starting off in the cave, and in this cave is where I'm planning to have my base.
I almost would have started there. In this cave is where I'm planning to put my base. That would have the whole beginning where it's like, welcome back to episode 2. You know what I mean? There's a lot of slowness to that, and that's a very typical Let's Play. Like when a creator kind of comes onto the scene and tries this is great practice, but I think that these days the bar has been raised. We went to Farzy's channel. We kind of saw what I would say a more modern Minecraft Let's Play looks like. You saw the views, very big channel, very successful. So if I'm imagining that's the level you want to get to, try to watch some of these other creators and take note of the techniques they're using and improve that. But as someone who's an incredible builder, you've proven your skills. You have a unique perspective on survival builds, right? What if you were to do what he did? What if you were to play Minecraft Hardcore, where if you die, your world gets deleted, but you're challenging yourself to build these incredible structures? You could fall off at any point and splat on the ground and your whole world's deleted, and that's it. So there's stakes involved in that, and now we're talking about a much more interesting video. That was for all the gaming creators. We haven't seen a lot of gaming videos like we thought we would. So that was for all of you Let's Players out there. Okay. It is Destroyer Mac, I think. We're able to find everyone's channel today, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It looks like a channel about games. Specifically, there's Minecraft as well, but there's some loot crates and there's these tanks. Let's watch the That's loud. Sorry. Your thoughts?
Videos like these and these Let's Plays, you really get more out of the title than what you get out of the actual 30 seconds of the video. But for me, it was kind of slow. Like, you're just riding around in the tank. There's no commentary. I have no idea what the purpose of this particular Let's Play is. Like, usually when you are doing a Let's Play, well, I shouldn't say usually, but sometimes when you're doing a Let's Play, you're doing it with a particular purpose in mind. Maybe you want to blow something up, or like you said in the title, over 6K damage. Well, tell us how that looks in the video. Like, actually take us through what you're going to do to achieve that in the intro of the video. But you don't do that. You just ride around the tank for 30 seconds. And I'm like, I feel like I'm watching paint dry, but that's just me.
I agree. I think the title, made this video poised to be very, very interesting. You're talking about a tank that can do what I assume is really incredible damage. And we don't see an explosion. We don't see anything backing that up. We have to watch. Why? Like, my question is, why did we have to watch that from the beginning of the round, where no one's moving? You watch the countdown, and it's like, okay, go, and then we watch the tank slowly make its way up this hill, and you're taking like the coolest part of the video, the 6K damage, and you're putting it behind this. You know how like we say there's content that's behind a paywall? This is like behind a time wall. I have to invest so much of my time to get this part. And that's going to turn a lot of people off, or at the very least, they're going to try and skip ahead to where it looks like there's some action. Like you're zoomed in on somebody here. And there we go. Like now we're seeing some shots, some targeting. There's some stuff happening. But even that, I would say this video would benefit so much more from a host. We need somebody guiding us here. We need a reaction. We need something, because I could go and find this game and play it and earn this tank, and I can silently play this on my own all day long. Like, can we do something to build a community, to get an audience going? We did not get into the fact that you're also doing Minecraft. I'm kind of curious. Same deal. So we're not doing commentary. We wave at the camera. You're skipping to the day. Silent Let's Play videos. I don't know if they ever did very well. I mean, if you're going to not put your voice in it, there has to be personality somewhere. It has to be in sound effects, text, music, like stuff needs to be happening. It needs to feel like a person who is not me is playing this. Someone is doing something. I need to be attached to a personality here, and I'm losing that. So that's our critiques, I think, of your videos. Also, I do think as well, when you have videos like this that kind of blow up, opening these surprise containers in World of Tanks, and then you hit them with a Minecraft video, you're confusing your returning viewers. There are people who are subscribing to you who want to see more of World of Tanks, but then you keep putting Minecraft Let's Plays in the middle of it. So channel focus as well as just a side note. All right, let's do no more, actually, because I don't have time. We're going to call it there, but thank you so much. We do Wednesday streams. We do the Tuesday channel audits, so join us for that, but we do these Wednesday streams also where we talk about a topic and we take your questions. We saw a few awesome questions today. I wish we could get to more, but we cannot. Viper, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think we got a lot done. I think it was
We got to
awesome.
bring Spicy Dan back more often, though. Spicy Dan is kind of funny.
That guy is a jerk, and I apologize for his behavior. All right, everybody, we will see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. We'll catch you later.
Peace.